Good morning. The ACM Outstanding Practice in Children's Museum Awards recognize exceptional accomplishment by a children's museum in work across all departments. It goes above and beyond standard practices and represents what we hope children's museums will look like in the future. Recognizing that children's museums will implement these practices differently, this award will recognize outstanding practices in small, medium, and large museums, one award per category. This year's ACM Outstanding Practice Awards honorees share some common themes in their projects, which exemplify values and focus of children's museums across our world. All three projects are deeply rooted in community engagement and partnership. Children's museums are collaborators, placemakers, and actively embedded in their communities. Each of the projects today showcase innovative educational programming that's not only play-based and hands-on, but iterative, flexible, co-created, and with educational standards in mind that have been refined over time. Aligned with the spirit of this week's InterActivity, the projects recognized have a strong emphasis on professional development and empowerment. In addition, these projects closely align with the strategic plans and forward thinking of their institutions. Finally, a core value all of these projects is ensuring accessible content that reflects and serves their representative communities. Belonging for all. Belonging is modeled by our honored museums this morning. We are pleased to celebrate and recognize the 2025 ACM Outstanding Practice Awards today. First, for our outstanding practice in a small children's museum, Duluth Children's Museum, for their program, Discovery for All, Building Belonging and Access Through Play-Based Learning. Understanding the critical role of play in child development, the Duluth Children's Museum developed Discovery for All to address the systemic barriers that many children in the Duluth area face in accessing enriching opportunities. Through Discovery for All, the museum offers scholarship memberships to families experiencing financial hardship, providing them with the opportunity to engage in the museum's exhibits, programs, and activities without the concern of financial strain. Working closely with schools, social service agencies, and nonprofits, the museum ensures that its programs align with the specific needs of the community, providing essential support where it's most needed, including through outreach programs beyond the museum walls. As part of the Discovery for All initiative, the museum offers the Play and Learn program, which provides structured, hands-on learning activities designed for children and their caregivers. These play-based sessions encourage exploration and discovery while fostering cognitive, motor, and social skills in children. Additionally, Play and Learn equips caregivers with the knowledge and tools to support their child's development at home. Congratulations, Drew Jensen, Maggie Geidner, and the entire Duluth Children's Museum team. The Discovery for All initiative exemplifies the unifying values of children's museums by prioritizing strategic initiatives that provide equitable access to play-based learning, fostering transformative leadership, and engaging in innovative outreach efforts. Congratulations. Next, for outstanding practice in a medium children's museum, Amazement Square for the Everyone is Special program. The Everyone is Special program is a multifaceted, comprehensive program designed to address the social, emotional, and academic learning goals of children with cognitive and physical disabilities and their families in all aspects of the museum experience, including adaptive programs designed for school settings and classrooms, a community advisory committee, museum staff training in recognizing potential triggers and establishing techniques for assisting guests with autism and sensory needs in the museum experience, designated sensory-friendly family events, accessibility resources for guests visiting the museum, including sensory guides, museum visit social narrative, and distract pack sensory kits, as well as an online database of community resources. The Everyone is Special program aims to reach children and their families of all ages, backgrounds, and abilities to ensure equal access to hands-on, adaptive programming and museum experiences. As part of this program, Amazement Square partnered with Centra Health's Autism and Development Services, as well as the Special Education Department with Lynchburg City Schools and Bedford County Public Schools in the implementation of a STEM-based school outreach program series entitled STEAM to Mars, designed for adaptive classrooms serving students with disabilities. What makes Everyone Special program successful is not just the dedicated work of the museum staff, but also the partnerships with the community. Congratulations, Morgan Kreutz, Jennifer Evans, and the entire Amazement Square team. Your work exemplified how children's museums provide unique museum exploration, experiences, and STEAM-based experiential learning opportunities in adaptive classrooms for all children and their families. Congratulations. Finally, for our outstanding practice in a large children's museum, Chicago Children's Museum, for their project, Curiosity Classrooms. For the last 3 years, Chicago Children's Museum has embarked upon a dynamic and collaborative project in partnership with the Chicago Public School System. This project, the creation and implementation of Curiosity Classrooms in neighborhood schools across Chicago, provides an entirely new blueprint for how children's museums can support and extend in-school learning, as well as create new opportunities for teachers to continue their professional development. Curiosity Classrooms are hands-on, multi-sensory STEAM classrooms in Chicago public schools designed for pre-K to second grade students and developed collaboratively with the CPS stakeholders. They're designed to help teachers present STEAM concepts in open-ended and developmentally appropriate ways, enabling young children to ask their own questions and test their own ideas. The project began during the COVID-19 pandemic when Chicago's Children's Museum closure meant that staff and museum resources could no longer be used in traditional ways. In an effort to expand their scope and meet the community where they could, the museum staff recontextualized expertise in learning through play for an in-school setting. Curiosity Classrooms are a collaborative effort by design, a co-curation instead of the museum leading the work. The teachers lead the use of the space, overseeing class time inside Curiosity Classrooms and deciding how ultimately to activate the areas to support their curriculum. 94% of teachers who use Curiosity Classrooms feel comfortable bringing their own ideas into the space. By providing the physical space and the ongoing professional learning, Chicago Children's Museum is creating an opportunity for exponential impact, where each educator grows alongside their students. Child-directed play is the most joyful and effective way to cultivate essential skills and mindsets starting from a young age. Curiosity Classrooms remind learners that it's okay if you don't know all the answers. In fact, it's even better if you don't. The learning comes from asking good, curious questions. Congratulations, Jennifer Farrington, Amy Spar, Ramona Richards, and the entire Chicago Children's Museum team. Your work shows that the relationship between children's museums and schools goes beyond transactional. Curiosity Classrooms embeds the skills and insights of Chicago Children's Museum into the school itself for sustained impact. Congratulations. In addition to our top 3 honored museums, we also give honorable mentions to the following museums. For a small museum, the Graz Children's Museum. Medium museums, Children's Museum of South Dakota and Modesta Children's Museum. For large museums, Madison Children's Museum, Port Discovery Children's Museum, Hands-On Children's Museum, and Discover Museum in Acton. We look forward to learning more about each of these projects in an upcoming issue of ACM's Hand-to-Hand publication. The 2026 Outstanding Practice in Children's Museums Award application will open this fall. We encourage each of your museums to apply. Please join me once again in congratulating all of our Outstanding Practice in Children's Museum honorees.